Welcome back to Men of Steel, folks. I'm your host, Matty Moe. Another depressing loss in Pittsburgh against the lowly New York Jets. Steeler fans, do me a solid. I know it's a tough loss, but smash up that like button. Hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel, folks. And we lost, but we'll be back. Steeler fans for life, Men of Steel. What happened today? Well, let's start off with Mitchell Trubisky. Didn't look great, didn't look terrible in the first half, but we're down. We're not scoring points against the lowly Jets. Okay, Kenny Pickett comes in. First throw of his career, interception. Yes, Claypool had his hand on it. Not going to be too hard on any of the three interceptions he had today, but he wasn't particularly amazing either. Looked really good on one drive, and, the three interceptions, you could say, that one to Freiermuth was a bit high. Of course, the Hail Mary at the end. What really impressed me about Pickett was his average yards per catch. He was throwing the ball down the field more. He wasn't sacked. He was able to use his legs. He got 2 touchdowns on the ground. One, thankfully, was from the interception of Minkah Fitzpatrick. Played very well today. They just simply did not get the job done in the fourth quarter defensively, or offensively for that matter. The fourth quarter was atrocious. The Steelers fall to the Jets, 24-20. And what can we say here? 1-3. We do have Kenny Pickett now. He is the starting quarterback. I would assume that he will get the nod next week going forward. There you see Mitchell Trubisky sacked. Kenny Pickett was not sacked in the ballgame. And it wasn't like Mitchell Trubisky played terrible, but it's like, hey, you got to take some chances. We got to get down the field. He was playing a little too conservative here, and he did throw another interception, but he wasn't throwing a whole lot through the games, through the first 3.5 games that he played this year. He just wasn't getting the ball in the end zone enough, and the Pittsburgh Steelers need offense, especially with TJ Watt out now. Defense played great throughout the game, but the fourth quarter, and the Jets finished us off. Another thing I loved about Kenny Pickett was he's getting the dang ball to George Pickens. The P's to the B. You got Pickett to Pickens. It's a great matchup. 2 rookies throwing deep. I like it. But no wins. And here in Pittsburgh, this is kind of a rebuilding year. We have to accept that. And hopefully we still are, around the 500. I'm still not giving up on the playoff berth. We've been spoiled as Pittsburgh fans. Let's be honest, over the last 15, 20 years. There hasn't been too many times we missed the playoffs. We've always been right there. The Steeler fans are happy. Well, please, Steeler fans, don't turn on Pickett right away. Let's give him some time. And at least we know Mitchell Trubisky is a solid backup quarterback. Starting quarterback, I do agree. It is time to move on. We only got 6 points at halftime. You got to make a move, and the Steelers did that. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out today. But when they're up 20-10, come on, Steelers! We really need TJ Watt back in there. Hopefully, he's coming back and I think he'll be eligible here after next week.
Steelers are now 0-7 without TJ Watt. Sad but true.
Hopefully, win in Buffalo. That's going to be a tough one there. Pickett's really going to have his work cut up for it. But look, the running game was solid today. A little bit better there than the running game. It wasn't great, but the offensive line protected enough, and it was able to get Pickett the ball downfield. See, there's a throw to Freiermuth. Freiermuth got a hand on it, so you got to give him 50-50 on that one. There, maybe a bit high, but also if you get your hand on it, you got to take it down, right? That's what I was told. There you go, the Jets into the end zone, and the Steelers go deep at the end of the game for the win. And Pickens could not come down with the football. The Steelers fall to 1-3. In this game, I love Pickens. Got over 100 yards. I think he got 8 targets, 6 receptions for 103 yards, something of that nature. The offensive line did enough to protect Pickens. The 3 interceptions were unfortunate. But like I said, all 3 kind of came with a grain of salt. They weren't completely Pickens' fault. We need to take chances right now because, especially with TJ Watt out, the defense is not able to shut everybody down, especially in today's day and age. It's just not going to happen anyways, right? Defensively, we only had 1 sack today. That was kind of a disappointment there, but Highsmith is having a pretty nice little season. Najee Harris today got 4 yards per carry. Hey, can't hate that. Only 76 yards, not too bad. We got a total of 119 versus the Jets 98. Zach Wilson threw for 252 yards, but he threw 2 interceptions. Got sacked once. Obviously, without TJ Watt, we're not putting enough pressure on the quarterback. This is Minkah Fitzpatrick and Sutton, each with an interception today. The defense is, still keeping us in the game. The offense is coming along slowly. I think a second half of the season, Steelers make a run. I'm not surprised. It could be a rebuilding process, but I don't think it's going to last long. I think once, we draft another offensive lineman next year, maybe 1 or 2 of those get that core unit protecting and get them running the football. Strong little play action for Pickett to Pickens. Pickett looked a little bit like he was just targeting Freiermuth and Pickens tonight for the most part. He's got to get Deontay Johnson and Claypool into the game. Definitely Claypool's got to stop laying eggs every game. I mean, Claypool's got to start making some plays. I like when he's running the ball around the inside or reversed or something like that. We had to make a change. I think it's time for Pickett. He's the franchise. The second coming of Dan Marino. What would have happened if Dan Marino would have went to Pittsburgh? Dan Marino never got a Super Bowl win. He would have been in Pittsburgh. Probably would have got a few. Can you imagine him playing there when we had Kevin Green, Greg Lloyd, yada yada yada? I mean, that was the era I do believe Marino was in. It would have been nice to have him in Pittsburgh. Keep all those Pittsburgh boys in Pittsburgh. We got Pickett. I love it. But we're 1-3. We got a lot to digest here. Hopefully the Pittsburgh Steelers are back next week against Buffalo. And I really would love to see a upset in Buffalo. Or is it in Pittsburgh? I believe it's in Buffalo. I'll double check that in the editing phase. Steeler fans, do me a solid. I know it's a tough loss, but smash up that like button. Hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel, folks. And let's have a good day. And we lost, but we'll be back. Steeler fans for life. Men of Steel.